You think you're just skipping meals, but your body thinks the economy just collapsed. Right now, as you sit there, your internal systems are having emergency board meetings, liquidating assets, and basically treating your decision to not eat breakfast like the financial crisis of 2008. Here's what's actually happening during your body's 24-hour panic attack. And trust me, it's way more dramatic than you think. Your stomach starts this whole mess by being completely delusional. It's still producing digestive juices for food that never shows up. It's like printing money for a bank run that's already happening. Your stomach acid is just sitting there, confused, wondering where the hell breakfast went. But here's where it gets interesting. Around hour 4, ghrelin spikes. Ghrelin is your hunger hormone, and it's basically your body's drama queen. It starts screaming that you're dying when you're actually fine. You know that gnawing feeling that makes you think you need food immediately? That's ghrelin throwing a tantrum because the schedule got disrupted. Your body runs on routine like a Swiss watch, and breaking that routine feels like a crisis to every system involved. But what seems like discomfort is actually the beginning of something your ancestors knew well. Your metabolism is about to flip a switch that most modern humans never experience. By hours 6 to 8, your blood sugar begins its slow decline. This is where most people feel the crash: fatigue, irritability, maybe even headaches. But physiologically, this isn't your body failing. This is your body switching off its immediate fuel supply and realizing the glucose party is over. Your pancreas responds by releasing less insulin. Insulin is the hormone that shoves sugar into your cells, and when it drops, your body can no longer rely on that steady stream of carbohydrates for energy. Instead, it sends an urgent memo to the liver: we need backup power. Now, the liver gets this message and starts working overtime, breaking down glycogen reserves like a desperate CFO selling company assets. Glycogen is basically your body's savings account. It's stored glucose that your liver keeps for emergencies, and guess what? Your body thinks this is an emergency. This is why you feel both tired and strangely alert at the same time. It's survival mode in its earliest stage. Your liver is frantically converting glycogen back into glucose to keep your blood sugar stable, but it's a delicate balance. Too much glucose released and your body wastes energy. Too little, and your brain starts complaining loudly. Meanwhile, your mitochondria are getting the memo that efficiency is now the priority. These tiny power plants inside your cells are being forced to squeeze every drop of energy from what little fuel is left. Without a constant flood of glucose, they have to work smarter, not harder. This is also when something fascinating starts happening at the cellular level. Your cells begin switching their breathing pattern. Instead of burning sugar, they're preparing to burn fat-derived molecules, which actually creates less oxidative stress. Your cells are essentially working cleaner, with fewer waste products. But your digestive system? It's having its own existential crisis. Your stomach continues producing acid and digestive enzymes on schedule, even though there's nothing to digest. This can lead to that hollow, growling sensation. It's not dangerous, but it is your stomach's way of reminding you that it's designed to expect regular meals. The weird part is that this period of digestive inactivity is actually beneficial. Your gut lining gets time to repair itself. Chronic eating with no breaks, especially late-night snacking, prevents this natural recovery process. So while your stomach is complaining, it's also secretly winning the maintenance it rarely receives. By hour 8, insulin production has dropped significantly. Low insulin is like opening the floodgates for what's coming next. Your body has officially left the fed state and entered the fasting state, where ancient survival biochemistry takes over. Your fat cells, which have been locked up tight by insulin, finally get permission to release their stored energy into circulation. This transition is why researchers link fasting to improved insulin sensitivity. Your body becomes better at using insulin when you eventually eat again. But here's the thing: what feels like your body panicking is actually your body remembering how to survive. The metabolic flexibility that kept humans alive during actual famines is kicking in, and your organs are about to start working in ways that would make your ancestors proud. By hour 8, your liver has officially become the most overworked employee in your body's corporate restructuring. It's breaking down glycogen like a desperate CFO, liquidating everything valuable the company owns. But here's the problem: your glycogen reserves aren't infinite. They're more like a small emergency fund than a retirement account. Your liver can only store about 100 grams of glycogen. That's roughly 400 calories worth of backup fuel. For context, that's less energy than a single fast food burger. So by hour 10 to 12, your liver is starting to panic because the savings account is running dangerously low. This is when your metabolism makes one of the most remarkable pivots in human biology. Your liver doesn't just give up and declare bankruptcy. Instead, it becomes a bootleg fuel refinery, starting to produce ketones from fat breakdown. It's like your body's internal moonshine operation, turning stored fat into brain fuel. Meanwhile, your mitochondria are adapting like they're running a startup during a recession. They become incredibly efficient power plants, squeezing maximum energy from every molecule they process. This microscopic adaptation is part of why fasting has been studied for longevity benefits. Your cells are essentially learning to work cleaner and more efficiently. But the real star of this metabolic show is autophagy. This is your body's internal recycling program, and it's finally getting the green light to do some serious spring cleaning. Think of autophagy as your cells eating their own broken furniture for fuel. Damaged proteins, malfunctioning organelles, cellular junk that's been piling up, it all gets tagged for recycling. Under normal eating conditions, autophagy runs at minimal levels because your cells are too busy processing the constant stream of nutrients coming in. But fasting flips the switch, giving your cells permission to clean house. It's like finally having time to organize your garage because you're not constantly bringing new stuff home. This cellular cleanup isn't just busy work. Autophagy is linked to improved immunity, reduced inflammation, and potentially even longevity. Animal studies suggest that periods of fasting may extend lifespan by keeping cells younger and more efficient. Your body is essentially using the downtime to perform maintenance that rarely happens in our constantly fed world. By hour 12 to 14, insulin levels have crashed completely. This hormonal shift is massive. Insulin is like the bouncer that keeps fat locked away in storage. When insulin drops, fat cells finally get the all clear to release their stored energy into your bloodstream. This is the moment your body transitions from burning sugar to burning fat. Your adipose tissue, those fat stores you've been carrying around, transforms from dead weight into active fuel supply. Triglycerides and fat cells get broken down into free fatty acids, which travel through your bloodstream to power your muscles and organs. Your brain, meanwhile, is adapting to this new fuel economy. Ketones don't just supply energy to your brain, they actually influence neurotransmitters, potentially changing your mood and mental clarity. Some people describe this as mental sharpness that feels almost like drinking coffee. Others experience irritability or brain fog. Your mileage may vary on this metabolic lottery. The paradox is fascinating. In evolutionary terms, when humans were hungry, they needed heightened awareness to hunt or gather food effectively. Fasting triggers this ancient survival response. Your brain is literally shifting into a mode designed to help you find your next meal. Your digestive system, having nothing left to process, goes into full repair mode. Your stomach lining gets time to heal from the constant acid production and food processing. Your intestines strengthen their barrier function, preventing toxins from leaking into your bloodstream, a phenomenon scientists call leaky gut. Even your gut bacteria are adapting to the new economic reality. The microbiome shifts as certain bacteria decrease while others that thrive during fasting become more active. This microbial rebalancing can increase diversity, something strongly linked to overall health. By hour 16, your body has essentially completed its transition from a glucose-burning economy to a fat-burning economy. What started as metabolic panic has become metabolic flexibility, the same survival mechanism that kept humans alive during actual food scarcity. Your organs aren't just surviving this crisis, they're thriving in ways that modern constant feeding rarely allows them to experience. By hour 16, your body has officially entered what I like to call the liquidating the 401k phase. Your fat stores are being aggressively raided, with triglycerides breaking down faster than a hedge fund during a market crash. But this isn't desperation. This is your metabolism finally accessing the energy reserves it's been hoarding for exactly this situation. Your liver has transformed into a full-scale ketone production facility. It's processing fatty acids and churning out ketones like a bootleg distillery during Prohibition. These ketones aren't just backup fuel, they're premium brain food. By hour 18, ketones can provide up to half of your brain's energy needs, and your brain actually prefers them in some ways. This is where the metabolic magic gets weird. Your brain starts running cleaner on ketones than it does on glucose. Less oxidative stress, fewer waste products, more efficient energy production. It's like switching from a gas-guzzling truck to a Tesla. Same destination, way better performance. But your heart isn't just sitting this out. By hour 20, it's beating more efficiently, adapting to the new fuel economy. Lower insulin levels and reduced glucose can actually improve cardiovascular function by decreasing blood pressure and reducing inflammation in your blood vessels. Your heart rate variability, a measure of how adaptable your heart is to stress, often improves during fasting. The catch? Your electrolyte balance becomes critical. Fasting temporarily reduces sodium and potassium levels, which can affect heart rhythm in sensitive people. This is why proper hydration matters. Without it, you might experience dizziness or palpitations. Your heart is adapting gracefully, but it needs the right supporting cast. Meanwhile, something remarkable is happening with your growth hormone levels. Human growth hormone spikes dramatically during fasting, sometimes 5 times normal levels by hour 24. This isn't just about building muscle. Growth hormone mobilizes fat for energy, repairs tissues, and supports cellular recovery. It's your body's insurance policy against muscle loss. The common fear about fasting is that you'll waste away, but your body isn't stupid. Growth hormone acts like a protective shield around your lean mass while encouraging fat burning. It's biological triage. Preserve what's essential, burn what's expendable. Your muscles themselves are adapting to this new reality. While you might notice reduced strength or endurance during the fast, this isn't muscle loss. It's reduced glycogen in your muscle tissue, which limits quick energy for intense activity. Your muscles are affected but not sacrificed. Many athletes actually use intermittent fasting to maintain lean muscle while reducing fat. The autophagy process that started earlier is now hitting peak efficiency. Your cells are in full spring cleaning mode, breaking down damaged proteins and recycling cellular components with the enthusiasm of a Marie Kondo episode. This cleanup process is one of the main reasons researchers study fasting for anti-aging benefits. But here's where individual variation becomes huge. Some people experience mental clarity that feels almost supernatural, laser focus, enhanced creativity, heightened awareness. Others feel irritable, anxious, or foggy. This depends on your genetics, your metabolic flexibility, your hydration status, and how well adapted you are to fat burning. Your microbiome is also shifting in real time. The trillions of bacteria in your gut are adapting to the new economic conditions. Certain bacteria that thrive on constant feeding decrease, while others that prefer fasting conditions become more active. This microbial rebalancing can improve diversity and strengthen your immune system. Your digestive tract is taking full advantage of the break. With nothing to process, your intestinal lining is strengthening its barrier function. This prevents toxins from leaking into your bloodstream and reduces systemic inflammation. It's like giving your gut security system time to upgrade its defenses. By hour 22, your body has become a fat-burning machine operating at peak efficiency. What started as metabolic panic has become metabolic mastery. Your organs are working in harmony, your hormones are optimized for survival, and your cells are cleaner and more efficient than they've been in months. By hour 22, something shifts. The panic is over, your body has fully adapted to its new operating system, and frankly, it's kind of impressive how well everything is working. Autophagy is running at maximum efficiency. Your cells have become professional recyclers, breaking down damaged components and rebuilding themselves with the precision of a Swiss watch factory. This isn't just maintenance, it's cellular renovation. Your brain has fully embraced ketone metabolism. Mental clarity often peaks during this phase, which makes evolutionary sense. When our ancestors were hungry, they needed to be sharp to find food. Your nervous system is running on premium fuel, and it shows. The metabolic flexibility that kept humans alive during actual famines is now fully online. Your body can seamlessly switch between fuel sources, burn fat efficiently, and maintain stable energy without constant feeding. This is the superpower that modern constant eating rarely lets you access. Your gut lining has used this digestive vacation to repair and strengthen itself. Your microbiome has rebalanced toward greater diversity. Your growth hormone levels are protecting muscle mass while encouraging fat oxidation. Your heart is beating more efficiently. Your cells are cleaner and more resilient. What feels like surviving a crisis is actually your body remembering how to thrive. The 24-hour fast isn't deprivation, it's rediscovering the metabolic flexibility that's written into your DNA. Your body's financial crisis was actually a masterclass in resource management, and now you know exactly how sophisticated your internal survival systems really are. Your body's 24-hour financial crisis was actually ancient survival programming working perfectly. What felt like metabolic panic was really your organs remembering how to be resourceful, efficient, and resilient. This isn't about promoting fasting as some miracle cure. It's about understanding that your biology is way more sophisticated than you think. Your ancestors survived famines using these exact same systems. Subscribe if you want more explanations of why your biology thinks you're still living in caves.